Today I'm going to walk you through using Alltrails to help your family find cool trails that'll fit all of your needs. First, you're going to go into Alltrails, which I've done here, and you're going to be greeted with this initial page. There's a couple things you can do first. Search using the search bar for a specific park, city, state, and then it will show you trails that are listed here in top nearby trails. Or it will show you trails that are near your current GPS location here, and you can click on these. But for this video, I want to demonstrate the filter and the map functionality because I think those are the most valuable. So what I like to do is the first thing I like to do is set my filters to build trails that will be the best for my family. So click on this little icon here next to the search. And then there's a few things here you can look at. First, it's going to offer you the ability to how you're going to sort, what your difficulty level preference is, trail length, elevation gain, so on. When I do this, I usually leave best match clicked, easy and moderate, just because that's what my family does. And then from a trail length standpoint, I would recommend, depending on elevation, to put it somewhere in the 8-mile range to 2-mile range, depending on what age kids you have. And then a good rule of thumb is that for every 1,000 feet of elevation gain, you're going to add a mile roughly of distance. So I'm going to knock this down to say like 1,500-ish feet of gain. And what I'm really trying to do here is not eliminate too many of my options. I want to give myself plenty of options of trails. I'm going to ignore the ratings for now because this just goes off of what other people are rating. And then I can choose different activities that are good for these trails. So obviously hiking, walking. If I wanted to choose backpacking, I could do that as well. I'll leave those. The more options you select, the more narrowed down your list will be. And then if I want to say I want to find a waterfall or I want to find a beach or something like that, I can click those and that'll sort the list further. And then suitability. Okay, an important one here is route type. So out and back means you start at your trailhead, you go out and you turn around and you come directly back on the same trail. Loop isn't exactly what it sounds. It's going to be a loop. And a point to point means that you start someplace and you end someplace else. This is important because if it says it's a 4-mile out and back, that means you're going to walk 2 miles out and come back 2 miles. Now, if it's a 4-mile point to point, you're going to walk 4 miles to the end destination. And if your car's at the other side of that back, then you're going to end up turning into an 8-mile walk. So I tend to just choose out and backs and loops. Out and backs are nice because I can say pick a 10-mile hike and then only do say 2 miles of it or something, and it turns into a 4-mile hike. Or I can do the full thing. So it gives me more flexibility. Loops are nice because you're going to see more things, different things all along the way. You're never going to walk past the same place twice. But once you're kind of into it, you're kind of committed to doing the whole thing. And then trail traffic, based on how many people are using Alltrails, I tend to like trails that are light to medium, but we'll leave heavy there. And then if you've used Alltrails before, you can also use not completed, completed, or verified. And you can see at the bottom it says that has 177 trails that are available for me. So I'm going to click that. And that's going to then pull up a list of all the trails that meet these criteria in my general area. And you can scroll through and look at these lists, see what the mileage is, how long it's going to take. My preferred way to do this is to actually click on the map function at the top right corner, and then it'll show these green dots with where the trails are located. So you can see here in the center of Raleigh, there's 105 trails, and as I zoom in, those get broke out more and more. And if I say zoom into this one where there's 5, it'll then break it into 4, and then as I get closer and closer, it'll start showing me the trails and then show me where the trailheads are. And I can click on these and it will pull me right down to where the trailhead is. And if I click on the pin, it'll show me what the trail's called, how long it is, what the rating is. And I can go into this for more information, such as what what you'll see on this, how long it is, a map, what the weather is going to be for the next 5 days, some reviews, any photos that people have taken while on this trail, and so forth. And also, you can click on the map itself, and it will show you not only the trail that you would be taking, but also where other trails are in relation to it. And you can turn on different layers, such as the road layer, satellite, terrain, or if you want, you can turn on waypoints. Photos is kind of cool, so that you can see where on the trail people have taken photos, and then see those photos, so like, okay, when I get to this area, this is kind of what this area looks like. And heat map shows you how busy trails are. Nearby trails I use a lot. So if I know I want to hike this general area, but I don't know what the other trails are in the area, so I can see that there's 2 here. We clicked on one before. You can see there's another one there, and click on that one instead, and see that one's the Bluff Loop Trail, and I've actually completed this trail before. So it's just a really good way to see the different trails in your area. And when you find one that you say you really like, or you think you want to do sometime, you actually hit the little heart. And then I have a list of hikes that I've created in different lists. So I have backpacking loops. I was planning a November backpacking trip with some friends, Saturday hikes with my family, NC state parks. And I kind of list them all, or group these all together, so that we're getting ready to go on Saturday or on Friday night. We don't know really where we're going yet. I can go in and quickly find some trails that I've favorited in the past, and then make a decision there based on the weather and what my family wants to do and how far we want to drive. So yeah, hope that helps. Let me know if you have any comments, or if there's any features of Alltrails. Totally unsponsored by Alltrails. I just really love this app. I think it's an awesome tool to help get your family out in the woods. And we found a lot of really neat trails that we might not have otherwise found if it hadn't been for this application. So thanks for your time. Thanks for watching.